Stump Station episode 10, and today's guest is one of the most relatable content creators in Saudi Arabia, balancing mum life and content creation. She has gone from a corporate life to then going to content creation full-time whilst trying to juggle mum life and putting it all over social media. So ladies, you can truly relate. Yasmeen, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Honestly, I'm so excited because I obviously can't relate to your content. I'm not a mum. But from the videos that you go through a lot being a mum that
Yes.
people don't speak about.
That's true.
And this is what I think is great about your content. For all the mums out there, you give them advice or just feel relatable or even feel like you're in their home watching them, right? But for people that don't know you, who's Yasmeen?
This is the hardest question, in my opinion. My name is Yasmeen. I'm a mom of two. I have Hassan, who's 9, and Reem, who's 7. I have a background in computer science. I graduated with a computer science degree. I worked for almost 7 years until I decided that I wanted to pursue content creation full-time. As I said, I left about a year and a half ago, and I pursued it full-time, and it's been great. My content is just about the relatable moments in motherhood. I want moms to be seen. I want them to feel that, all of the chaos and the craziness going on with the kids, we can see it from a funny side and we can laugh about it so that we can not all go crazy. And so it's been great. I've, grew a community of moms and even younger ladies and younger women. And so it's been great to do that and to show everyone that side of motherhood.
Honestly, it's amazing. You've got, over 500,000 on TikTok, right?
Yes.
500,000 mums. Maybe I'll...
Hopefully they're 500,000.
Yeah. And what are some things that you post about that they feel the most related to? Is there specific topics that you speak about with the kids? Or what is it exactly?
So it's just the little moments that happen. Let's say some of the most viral videos is bedtime and morning routines. Those are the busiest times of the day, times where moms usually have a very hard time with the kids. And so just showing that. And then I think what makes it even more funnier is that I imitate the kids. I do the kids part. I don't have my kids on social media. And so I do their part and I try to talk like them and act like them. And so I think it gives mom a different point of view of like, oh, this is exactly what my kids say. This is exactly what my kids do. And so, and then when it happens to them, they laugh because they remember my videos. And so I think this is the most viral of type of my content.
I love it because what usually for a parent is the most memorable with their kids, or it's always those little things. It's always the little things that you can't even say out loud. It's just something that maybe you and your husband know.
Yeah.
And then you're putting that out there online and people are like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
And then it's crazy because as we were talking, it's international. The experience of motherhood and the things that kids do happens to everyone, not just moms in Saudi, I have moms in Egypt and Iraq and all over the Gulf area. And so it's crazy that we're all relating to the same moment, to the same thing and the same responses from kids. And so, I love that.
No, I love it. I think that's awesome. And you went full-time into content creation like just over a year ago.
Yes.
When did you actually start creating content though?
I started right after 2020, right after Corona. So in the beginning of 2021, I was a silent viewer of TikTok. I loved TikTok all throughout the pandemic. And so I've dreamed of becoming a content creator. I started posting content without showing my face. And then I started showing my face. And I remember my first video was a challenge of the entire family. And it got 70,000 views. And I was like, wow, 70,000 people saw this video. I can't stop now. So I've been consistent and continued, yeah.
And what was that feeling like? Like when you have your first big video of a content creator, that feeling is just incredible.
Yes. It should be incredible, but as someone who comes from an imposter syndrome background, to me it's always no, it just happened by accident. It's nothing. I always say that to myself, and then I feel like social media helped me gain that confidence, and it started like feeling incredible, as you said, like, oh, it hit 1 million views and 1 million people saw that video in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's starting to feel incredible.
When was the first time you hit 1 million views?
It was my second video.
Your second video?
Yes.
So you hit 70K, then 1 mil?
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
just to make it very clear, content isn't normally like this, you know? No one...
It's not like that now. It
Yeah.
was in 2021. It changed. It was a video of, I remember that a story that happened to me is that I was going to give birth around finals. I had my daughter in throughout the last year when I was in school. And so I had to take my finals ahead of time. And I still had some assignments to submit. All of the professors and the teachers who were in school were so supportive. But there was one assignment that I forgot to submit because I went into labor. And I asked my husband to go run to the house and grab my laptop so that I can submit it. I had already finished it. I just needed to tweak it a little bit and submit it. And he took a picture of me. I was working on my laptop. And he sent it to my mom. And so I posted that picture. And then I posted 4 months later, me graduating in my graduation gown with my daughter who was 4 months old.
That's incredible.
And so everyone just thought it was a great story and everyone related to it. Some moms put their stories. They started messaging me, sharing their stories that, oh, you know, I'm still a student and I'm planning to have kids. What is life like as a student and a mom? And it opened doors.
That's amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll be clear. I don't know anyone that's done that. I know there's ladies out there, but I don't know any moms out there that are editing their finals, about to give birth, and then graduating with your baby, right?
I know, 4 months later.
Honestly, it's amazing.
Moms are amazing. We can do a lot of stuff.
Honestly, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize until you have kids, how much work and effort goes into it.
Yes.
And how did you even like get that balance at the beginning of creating content, work, kids? How was that juggling everything?
See, a lot of elements. The first and the main reason is that I really wanted this to work. I saw so much potential in myself, in the community, in social media. And it was the first time where I really, really enjoyed doing something. I loved the years of work. I love my background. I think it's unique to be in IT, but then also being creative in social media gave me this creative outlet. And so with all of the pressure of balancing kids and work, it was something that I did for myself, something that it was a new hobby. And so I really wanted it to work. And so then I have to give the rest of the credit to my husband and my family because they were supportive. I had to come home, put the kids to sleep, do homework with them, put them to sleep, and then film and edit for the rest of the night and sleep at 1 or 2 a.m. and then get up at 6:30 the next day to continue the day. But I really wanted it to work, and it did.
No, honestly, it's amazing. And I think you've still got so many goals to go through. But why did you even start it? I know you said you wanted it, but why?
It's because I didn't see moms who look like me. I didn't see moms that I can relate to. I'm sure there was, but I didn't see them. All I saw were moms, all glammed up with kids looking perfect. Their kids are smiling with no problems, nothing, and no challenges. And so I think that was how social media was in the beginning. And so for me, I really wanted to show other side, not the negative side. I always sometimes get comments that you only show the negative side, but no, I show the relatable side. And so, it's because I wanted to show people how it is, and I wanted to see moms who look like me. So I became that mom now.
No, I think it's amazing because I don't see that, obviously. You know, I don't see it either. You don't see the hard side of it unless you generally speak to mums and parents.
True.
You know?
Yes.
And clearly you speak to a lot of them. So you see it, you hear it, you feel it and everything. And, you know, you're clearly obviously being relatable and connecting. But what is kind of the goal for you with your content? Like, what is the long term that you're trying to achieve?
Well, I'm trying to grow, of course, on social media. And I'm trying to diversify my presence, not just on social media, but I also want to start my own thing from social media. I think I'm not just a mom, but I'm into fashion. I'm into skincare, and so with all of the hard work that I put in social media, it had giving me the confidence to go and achieve new things, things that I never thought that I would do. As of now, I'm focused on social media alone, and being with my kids. But I'm sure that I'll start something new very soon.
No, honestly, I think it's amazing. And I know that long term that this is a full-time job right now. It's so good that it is. But for other creators out there that are in your position, right? General creators, mums, whoever, that are doing content, still working and still doing it. How do you make that transition into full-time?
Yes.
How do you do that?
So it is scary to think that, oh, I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to leave the steady income that comes every month and go into doing something that I don't know, something vague. And that's exactly how I felt in the beginning. I feel like with social media, you know when it's the time to decide. You know when it's the time to decide between your job and between social media. When you are grown enough, you have enough followers. I would say, if I would give an advice, is try to reach out to agencies and get signed by an agency. That will give you the confidence and I feel like the safety to leave the job, like a safety net from your corporate job to social media. If you can't, then just try to reach out as many agencies to do collaborations with. Try to have long-term contracts with agencies, like a year long, 6 months long. Those exist, and then you take that risk, and also give yourself a year before and a year during. For me, as I said, that it was a long time coming. It took a year to think about it, especially because I have a family and I have responsibilities. But if it was someone else, I would say it might be a little bit easier. I don't want to assume. But take as much time to think about it, and then give yourself a year during. Just say, I'm going to take this year, put as much effort and time into social media and see how it goes. This ultimatum gives you the energy and the focus and the enough pressure that you need to make it work and to succeed. And you can do content creation full time.
Honestly, I think it's amazing. And you said something that I don't even know too much about. I don't know if anyone else does. Is like you said, signing with an agency. And you said that you can sign a year, 6 months with an agency. And then what is that? Is that a salary? Do they help you get like collaborations or what?
Yeah, so you do a collaboration with a brand on a long-term contract. So if it was a brand that you are passionate about, a brand that you really want to represent and you want your name to be associated with that brand, you can be a brand ambassador. And this is what the contract that I'm referring to is. You would do a year-long or 6-month-long contract with the brand through an agency. And then it would be either 50% before and 50% after you deliver all of the requirements, or it's a monthly payment. It depends on the contract.
No, that's cool. And honestly, so right now you even got like TikTok Shop, TikTok agencies on the app, right? You got all these things that is available on the app now,
exactly,
which can also help you contest the waters and maybe do that.
Yes, exactly. Like affiliate marketing, you can reach out to brands and honestly just reach out, and don't be shy. Put your name out there, and then be unique. If you're unique in your content and you're consistent, brands will definitely reach out to you.
Now you said that, what makes you unique? That's probably I didn't even put that on the list, but that's a hard question.
Tricking me there. I don't know. For me, this is my point of view, is that I show up on camera as I am. From the beginning, I was never the person who would glam up to show on camera. Most of the time, I wouldn't even put makeup on. Because if I'm showing you a relatable moment that happened in my house, I'm not going to be having full makeup and just all dressed up showing you the morning routine or bedtime routine with my kids, even other videos. And so I showed everyone who I am, just without any filters. And so I feel like a lot of people related to that. I got lots of hate and I got lots of negative comments about that. But I feel like what makes me unique is I show up as who I am.
Honestly, I love that. And I think that's what makes people authentic, right?
Yeah.
Not trying to be anyone else. And I think
Exactly.
get inspired by other people. You know,
Yeah.
people, mums watch your content. Yeah, be inspired by it, but be yourself and bring your unique take with it, right? And you said a big thing there, like you did get a bit of hate from it. Like, what do you mean, like a bit of hate from you, your content? What was it that you got?
It was negative comments of people who, a lot, people have lots of opinions, and then as you grow, the hate and the negative comments also will follow you. You have to know that, and you have to have a thick skin. In the beginning, it would really affect me. As I said, sometimes I would post a video, again, 99 positive, supportive comments, and then one hate comment would just destroy me and put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. But then I grew to just not to look at the hate comments and just focus on the support. Because I don't know who these comments are coming from. It might be a teenager at their house just writing comments to everyone. So that's all I always think about, is that the people who appreciate you and appreciate your comments will always be there to support you. And I love the community that I grew in. So because of them, I don't care about anything else.
Honestly, it's amazing, because I do think that, I get it as well, right? You get these hates and something that I don't care about me.
Yes.
But I did a video with my fiance's sister, and then people were saying bad stuff about her. Pause that out. But said bad stuff about her, and then I was like in the comments, like I can't help it.
We're after people.
No, I'm going back after them, because like it's not about me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about my fiance's sister. So I'm like, no, I have to go back. Like Reem, my fiance, is like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, well, it's about her.
Yes.
It's
not about it.
And yeah. One thing as well that I want you to help me out with. Can you give a message to my fiance Reem? Because she wants to create content.
Yes.
And she's always nervous of the comments. So what advice would you give her?
You can create, and you can have so much potential. You can have the life that you want and achieve anything that you want because of social media. If you're shy from content creation, social media will open doors for you if you let go of these hate comments. Hollywood celebrities, scientists, everyone, I'm sure, got comments like, what are you doing? It's awkward. You think you're an influencer, or any type of comment. But then look where they reached. And then just because they didn't care about the hate comments or the negative impact that social media gave them. And so just think about what you can achieve and the potential that you can reach, just if you don't care about those comments. And then consistency, when you just keep on posting. Don't look at the comments. Look at the first 5 comments, reply, give love to everyone, and then just don't look at the hate comments. Don't look at them. Don't read them. It's a practice, but you can get that. Just don't care. Don't open your phone. And then, you'll grow a thick skin. You'll grow. Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say, yellow Reem. No pressure. I want you to post.
Yes, yellow Reem. Go ahead. Post your content. You'll reach wherever you want.
No, I'm just trying to pressure a bit. It's something that she wants to do. She would love to have that, create content full time for her niche that she cares about, right?
Yes.
And she's always wanted to do that, but she's always worried about those comments. And I think a lot of people do get scared of creating content for those reasons. Or either start to create and just stop. And it's hard to
you do that for you, for yourself,
And for like even yourself, like how do you go around making content whilst being a mom, whilst before working? Like it's a hard balance to have. So I know you said you found the time always in the evenings.
Yes.
But is it really hard to juggle for like anyone else that wants to do the same?
No, it's not. If you really want it, it is not.
I was expecting something. No, it's hard. No, it's easy. Do it.
No, it is not. If see, I'm gonna say a lot of advice that I don't take for myself. So do as I say, don't do as I do.
Yeah.
The best advice that I've gotten on social media is to divide your week into chunks. Dedicate days for filming, and days for editing, and days for posting. And have a rigid schedule for that, and really stick to it. Whatever days, I'm sure any mom will have 2-3 hours or can free up 2-3 hours of her day if she really wanted to do social media. Free up 2-3 hours, batch film, and just leave it. And then go to the next day, free up 2-3 hours, do the editing. It doesn't have to be a complicated video. It can just be any video that you want, any niche, as you said, as you want. And then days for posting. Just click and post. And that's all you really have to do. If you really want it, it is not that hard.
No, I agree. And I think something that I used to do, still to this day sometimes, is I would do one every day. Just every day, set a time for it. But I find when work gets too much or anything gets too much, having 4 videos just there.
Exactly.
And then all you need to do is edit. Or all you need to do is just post it. And even now you can, same thing as what you said, right? Post it on a certain day. You can schedule posts.
Yeah.
You know, you can make 5 videos, edit them, and just schedule it for the next 5 days.
And then don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself. A lot of people on TikTok and Instagram say, in order for you to grow, you have to post 3 times a day or 5 times a day until you reach 10K or until you that's not realistic. That's not feasible.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that. Just be consistent.
I'll be honest with you, I did that. And
did it work?
Yeah. But also this was 2020.
Okay.
So TikTok was very different then.
Yes.
But I posted 3 to 5 times a day for 6 months. Yeah. Like when I said, so I watched a video of Gary Vaynerchuk said, you got to get on TikTok. And I was like, do you know what? Like, I'll try. In January, end of January, I started and I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to post 3 times a day. See what happens. I went from 0 to 1,000 followers in like 2 weeks. I'm like, okay.
Good.
And then another 2 weeks, I hit 10K. And then in 6 months, I went from 0 to 100K.
Yeah, the growth is exponential.
But I was doing content I didn't love.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't doing fitness. I wasn't doing lifestyle. I was talking about Saudi. I was doing like joke stuff. Fine. I don't mind these things, but my identity wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I stopped.
Yes.
And anyone that follows me on TikTok, so,
What is that?
Yeah. But like, I think you have to do things for you, right?
Yeah.
Do the content you love.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're going to get in the trap I did and chase the followers and it's going to suck.
Exactly. You said the trap. The trap is when you are out of creativity. When you're working too much and posting too much, I feel like you can hit a creative block faster. And it happens to me a lot. And so just taking your time, be consistent. But then, you have to get those creative juices going and not put unrealistic expectations on yourself.
No, of course. And I think, everyone is different and what they do day to day.
Definitely, yes.
But what about yourself? What is like a typical day for you?
During the summer break or during school?
Let's go first of all when the kids are at school.
Yes.
And then we'll go now in the chaos when the kids are at home for summer.
We were joking around is that there is not a day that looks the same. And I kid you not, I'm not saying that just to over-exaggerate. There's no day that looks the same. Even if we're in school, even if we're on summer break, every day is different. You have to roll with the punches. But there's an overall routine. There's a dynamic that the kids are used to because it's important to have routines for the kids. But for me, let's say if the kids are in school, it's easier because they're busy for 5-6 hours. And then I can get lots and lots of work done. They come home, I leave everything. I treat it like a 9 to 5, but it's different. I leave everything. And then when they're home, I'm 100% focused on them, 100% just talking to them, playing with them, spending real quality time with the kids. And that's what I love about social media is the flexibility it gives you. And then we finish homework, we finish bedtime routine. I'm paying attention to what they're saying so that I can get ideas for like all of the silly things that happen, the silly moments. They go to bed, and then it's back to working and editing and, replying to emails. And so it's whatever time I can get, I'm putting work into. During vacation or during summer breaks, it's a whole lot different. I need lots of help. I need my mom and my mother-in-law's help with the kids. And my husband is very supportive as well. So as much help that I can get, I have the kids like now, tonight, the kids are with my in-laws and I'm here doing work.
as much as I would love them running around, like I wouldn't like...
Yeah, they would be jumping on the table, just interrupting, saying whatever they want.
I should do a podcast like that with you next time and see how fun that
Bring
would go.
The kids.
This is reality now. This is actually the reality podcast.
Yes.
It'll be even better.
Yes. Which is the real, you get the real thing.
And like when it comes to the kids, you don't post them.
No.
You don't post their face. I've seen a few things where you've got the backs of their heads. Why is that?
See, as you said in the beginning, when you posted a video with your fiance's sister, the hate was about her, or the negative comments were about her, and how it affected you. I can't imagine how it would feel if I ever get any hate comments about my kids. I'm doing social media for me. And, let's be honest, social media can turn into a job, can turn into acting, can turn into showing people what's not real. And so if I'm ever involving my kids and telling them, oh, stand here, look fun, look happy, look sad, do this, do that, it's not real anymore. It's not authentic. And then my kids are, they're very smart. I'm not saying that because they're my kids. They're very smart. And they get a say in everything. And so if they would ever say, no, Mom, I don't want to film with you today. I don't feel like being on camera. I don't feel like, having a camera shoved into my face. I wouldn't have any content left.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And many other reasons. Just the bad reasons or the not so good reasons are more than the good reasons on why I shouldn't involve them on social media. And so I'm doing this for me. I'm showing everyone the point of view of moms.
Yeah.
And my kids are just in the background. So
being kids.
Yeah, being kids, exactly. Not being. I don't think they should be on social media. It's not.
I
fair.
agree.
Yeah.
And like even when you put them in, like you said, it's like a back of the head, or
Yes,
you don't.
they're just running around. Yeah, and then not showing their faces. I don't ever want my son or my daughter to go to school and be bullied for being on social media, for being in a certain video. I would feel really bad.
It might even be the opposite. It might just be really cool.
Yeah,
right?
you never know. They've asked to be on social media. They always ask. Yeah, they always ask to be in my videos. And I'm always telling them, just wait a little bit longer. Just wait until you're a little bit older and more mature.
Do you always go over the age thing? Do you always say, oh, wait,
13.
13? Yeah.
Yes.
My parents used to do the same, like not with social media, but it used to be like, oh, you're not allowed to do something until a certain age.
Yes.
And then when you hit the certain age, they were like, no, it's one more year.
Yes.
Is it going to be the same?
I think so.
But like, this is a hard question as well, is nowadays with technology the way it is,
Yeah.
right? I didn't even put this in the notes, but with technology the way it is, kids having iPhones, iPads, everything, like, is it hard for them not to have social media because of that?
Yes. I actually just filmed a video about that. That's 2 days ago. And so you're getting exclusive content. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to delay the time and delay the age of when we introduce them. As of now, they don't have social media. And social media is Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. They are not involved and they've never asked about it. Their friends do have it, and sometimes they ask why they don't. And I answer them like an adult. I give them answers like, oh, so there's so many bad things that you don't know about in social media, and I don't want you to be introduced to that yet. And then there's a lot of parental programs that I'm using on whatever they're doing. And then I feel like the hard part is with social media and how everything is changing now. You have to be a step ahead of how fast, and you have to catch up with the pace. Like, for example, on video games or on YouTube, as parents, we have to understand how these things work so that we can introduce our kids safely to them. You can't just put them in a box and not have them be playing video games with their kids. That's how with their friends, that's how they socialize. And so, be a step ahead and understand technology, know your options of parental control, and just we're trying to delay the time when we introduce them to those social media. It's ironic because I'm on social media and I don't want them to be.
And I think it's fair. Like, they're just young. It's the same thing as, okay, let's go back in the day. Back in the day, I sound old. But
we are.
Yeah. But it's true. Like, let's say you wouldn't let your kids watch certain TV shows.
Yes.
You wouldn't let them watch TV at certain times.
True.
It's the same thing now.
Yes.
But it's all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just certain things. And I think it is tough to do that. Have you got any, like, habits, hacks, systems, or even advice you could give other mums to stop them with social media, or even helping their kids in general, like, go through stages?
Just, first of all, reading and educating ourselves as parents, reading the news to know why things are just super dangerous and things that are not good for kids. And then also learning about parental control. So, for example, on their iPads, I can dedicate time where they can use the iPad only for a certain hour of the day, or I can just give them 1 or 2 hours. Then the iPad will just shut down. And then I can also know what type of apps they're using on their iPads or their phones and make sure that they're using it safely as well. Like search engines, social media that are not appropriate for their age. This is that you can control.
Yeah.
And so just educating ourselves and reading about what's going on and using technology to keep our kids safe.
No, it's true. And what is your opinion on like giving your kids an iPad to distract them?
That's a tough question.
Only because I see it a lot.
Yes. But you have to at a certain point. I'm not going to say that, I'm a type of mom that I have crafts and coloring and it will happen just at a certain age, maybe younger than 5, 6. I don't know about that. Just giving an example. So younger than 5, 6 years old, maybe you shouldn't. But then, I'm not going to judge other moms for doing that. I did introduce my kids to iPads and technology at a younger age because of that's the norm, as you said. Everyone's doing it. And so you don't know what's right, what's wrong, but you do have to limit it and know when to stop and know when to, control everything. And so I'm not against iPads or iPad kids, but I try to limit it to 1 hour or 2 hours a day, if nothing more.
No, it's true. And I think it's fine, like, to say, and when you said I don't judge any mom's
Yeah.
reaction, because all mums, all parents are going to mess something up.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
if I say to anyone now, anyone that doesn't have a kid, okay, you're now going to have a kid and you're responsible for their life and you need to get it right,
Yes.
panic mode will hit.
Definitely.
So
You're responsible for this human being and you have to make all the right
they
choices.
need to be educated, fed, everything.
Yes, entertained.
Exactly. You're going to mess it up at some point.
Yes.
And even, this is something I realized as I got older, is as a parent, you want the best for kids and you do the best for your kids.
Yes.
But we all don't know everything. And I look at my mum and things that she taught me, which were incredible.
Yes.
And then I look at things that she didn't teach me, and it's just because she didn't know it.
Exactly. You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. And I think that's perfectly fine. But like, as a parent, just doing the absolute best you can. And like you said, the more you educate yourself on certain things, the better it's going to be.
Yes, definitely.
And one thing with yourself, is there anything that you do which really helps you get a balance? Because I keep saying balance a lot because like you said, it's very chaotic.
Yes.
Do you do anything to keep a balance?
I try to pre-plan as much as I can in all areas. So, and then just having an involved, supportive partner helps a lot. So there's just a few examples. In the beginning of the summer break, we're all sitting down together. I'm talking to my husband, you have work, you're working from this time to this time. I also need to achieve 1, 2, 3 during the summer break. So when can you jump in and help me? So we're planning together, we're pre-planning the schedule. We're putting the kids in summer camps. Who's going to drop them off? Who's going to pick them up? We know the times, we know what type of summer camps they're going to, for us to both have the time to get our work done. And so pre-planning their time so that we can have time for ourselves or for work. I also try to pre-plan their meals. I'm not telling you I have Tupperware in my fridge, but I've learned this new hack with food. I don't pre-plan meals, but I pre-plan ingredients. I pre-cook protein and salad and vegetables, and then I have all of the options just ready, all cooked up in the fridge. And I can whip up something really quick for the kids, something that I know what's in it. I'm very big about eating healthy and giving my kids balanced meals.
I love that.
And so we're just introducing new things to them and with food. And then pre-planning the ingredients, I can whip up something really quick. I don't have to spend hours in the kitchen. Sometimes I do, which I love. But then during the week, if I'm busy, that's something that helps a lot. And then, pre-planning their day as well when it's back to school. And being super organized with time management. I think you get a superpower when you become a parent. You understand time in a different way. So just pre-plan and to give yourself time, to give the kids time, and time for you and your partner as well.
No, I love that. And I think there was one thing as well, which I'm definitely going to transition into about food and health. But one thing that I saw on a podcast, The Diary of the CEO. Have you ever heard of that podcast? Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know which episode it was. I can't even remember, but they were talking about like husbands and wives and families. And they said, realistically, if anyone can do this, this is the best thing, is like a husband should have a day to himself with his friends.
Yeah.
A wife should have a day to herself with her friends, and the parents switch and they're just in charge of the kids then.
Yes.
And then someone should babysit and then they should have a date night.
Yes.
And they were saying like the quicker you can prioritize these 3 days in the week, the better relationships will be.
Definitely.
With the father with the kids, the mother with the kids, and then you as a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think one thing that does happen, and I'm saying it like I'm like a Yoda of this thing, but from what I've heard, it happens a lot in marriage and kids, is that you end up prioritizing the kids and not prioritizing the relationship.
Yes.
And that can be so hard.
Yes.
Right? It's so hard to get that balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in Saudi and Arab culture, it's so normal to have kids as soon as you get married.
Yeah.
So you're fresh into a marriage and then you're focused on the kids and you don't get time to develop the relationship.
Yeah.
Is there anything you do to balance that out as well?
Yeah. See, what I like about what you said is that is so, yeah. Let me just think about my answer. Is that it is changing from my environment, is that a lot of people are trying to delay the time they have kids to get to know each other and just experience life together before they have kids. And that's what I really love about, our friends and our surrounding who did that before they had kids. And then that stage that you're talking about is, I like to call it the roommate stage.
Yeah.
Is when you are not partners anymore, you're roommates. You're just taking care of the kids. There's no connection between you. And it's up to you to choose each other before everything, to keep everything going on and to keep the connection and to keep, your relationship alive after years and years. And so, pre-planning and understanding each other's needs, and then our needs as a couple also helps. So as you said, just dedicating a day for going out on a date, or even having some time at the house, because sometimes we don't get that. We don't get to go out because there's no one to take care of the kids. Yeah. But we choose each other. We choose the time. We leave our phones. We leave work. And then we just watch a movie together and we talk about that movie. And so just that hour of uninterrupted talk with the kids is also very helpful.
Honestly, and I can see like you and your husband, whenever I see you both together, like you're really connected. You're always loving, smiling, happy, and it's great, right? And I think it's real. You see it. Like you see the connection with you both. I've seen you at the TikTok events and everything. Like it's so cool, right? And I think it's so important to have that time together, right?
Yes.
And like even if you're going to an event or whatever, being there together, it's so good to the kids' free time. It's needed to keep that relationship fresh.
Yes.
And even though it's hard, it's still good. And like you said, it's pre-planning.
Mm-hmm.
And because you pre-plan so many things, you can keep a healthy lifestyle, right? With that.
Yes.
The one thing you said previously with a healthy lifestyle is that you pre-plan the food for the kids.
Yes.
So is health important for you and the kids?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. And just implementing these healthy lifestyles at a younger age is very important as well. You have a kid who wants to have 10 popsicles for breakfast and then sodas and stuff like that for lunch. It's really important to, teach them to balance their meal and understand their bodies as well. When it comes to food, we've tried to teach the kids to have a healthy relationship with food. With gentle parenting and modern parenting, there's good things and there's bad. But we're taking the good things. Is that I feel like one thing that I really like about the way we taught our kids is, both of them have not grown up being picky eaters. They like to try, and it's because we taught them to do that at a very young age. We introduced them to new food. And until now, we always tell them, just try. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And I think it's
That was a good answer.
Don't worry, we can go. Don't worry about it.
All right. I don't know what happened.
No, take your time. Add some more water. I can just keep talking for you.
Take 2.
Take 2. It's okay. No, we'll cut it all out. Don't worry.
I apologize. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. Like, honestly, that's the whole point of editing.
Talking. Yeah.
That's the whole point of editing. If you want more water, it's fine.
That's
Take your time. We'll I can repeat the question and everything.
Yeah, I will go back to 1 point. So it's easier for your editing.
Do you want to drink more? It's okay.
I don't know what happened.
You know, like I get it a lot when I breathe wrong, then oxygen goes down the wrong hole.
Exactly.
I get it a lot, and I don't know why.
Cool.
You okay?
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'm fine.
But I don't even know the question I was asking.
No. It was about
yeah.
a good relationship with food.
Yeah, good relationship with food with the kids. Yeah,
Yes.
and how to build them into having that good, healthy relationship
Yes.
with food.
So one thing. Sorry.
Honestly, we can. It's a pause. Don't worry. If you want to.
No, I'm good. One thing that I really like that we taught our kids is having a healthy relationship with food. Not just eating healthy food. Having a healthy relationship with food is really important as well. And so from when they were little kids, we introduced them to a lot of new food. Our rule was just try it. You don't have to like it, just try it. And then I always have this inside joke with my kids is that if you don't like something, you have to try it 7 times, just small bites, and then you'll end up liking it. You will acquire the taste.
Why 7?
I don't know. I like this number. I always just try it 7 times, and it worked. Like with broccoli or spinach, something green and scary to the kids. My kids love broccoli and spinach and all of the like green healthy food, which makes me so proud as a parent.
Yeah, that's bragging.
And so
rights right there.
because we taught them to have a healthy relationship with food. It's not scary. If you don't like it, I'm not just gonna take it away from your plate and look at and never introduce it to you again. No, I will introduce it again. Just take a small bite. If you don't like it, it's okay. And then they see us. We're also imitating a healthy, balanced diet. Not a diet as if
They're on a
not
diet.
the mainstream terminology. No, we're having a healthy diet. We also have a healthy relationship with food. We like to try new things, and so they see that in us, and they also like to try new things. And so that's one thing. And then also, we talk about our bodies a lot. We teach our kids about what goes into our bodies. Is our body full? We listen to our bodies. What did we eat today? We have to reflect on how much sugar we had today and how much good things we had. And so we always talk about that. And so they're aware of what goes into their bodies. You're talking about a child, as I was joking, they want to have 10 popsicles for breakfast and they want to drink sodas. And so I don't like to stop that. I don't like to prohibit them from having sugar because that's also not healthy. I do believe that if you prohibit something, that they might grow up and they might do it behind your back, and I don't want that. I want them to be comfortable with me and comfortable with food. And so, as you said, balance is key, and understanding and reflecting what goes into our body is very important.
Honestly, I like your approach. It's so good to educate them and be like, you can't have this all the time. We can do this.
Exactly.
And treat them like an adult, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
And kids love that more, by the way, when you treat them like an adult. And so my mom did the opposite. But there's a different reason. So like I wasn't even allowed bananas as a kid.
Oh.
I was so hyperactive.
Oh.
Like to the point of which I wasn't allowed bananas, oranges. I wasn't allowed specific juice, juice,
Because of sugar?
Because of sugar. Oh. And I was such a hyperactive kid. Like even it sounds weird. So I used to sit there and just hit my head on the floor from just being so amped up and hyperactive. And my mum just got used to it. Yeah. So I wasn't allowed like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like any stuff like that. Wasn't allowed sugary sweets regularly, once a week maybe, sometimes not even that. And like bananas and oranges were a no-go.
Do you feel that, sorry I interrupted, do you
No,
feel
go.
like, how did that affect you? Do you feel like you wanted to go and try those things, or did you have just a regular
My
relationship?
mom just said, like, no, you have too much energy, you're not allowed. And she just said it like that. And then as I got older, like, it wasn't too bad. But as I got older, I was allowed more because I was not the same.
Yes, they were not.
I found out as an adult, I definitely have ADHD, and that makes a lot more sense.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I found out very recently, and
Okay.
everything made so much sense because I'm so hyperactive, so energetic all the time. And then I'm time to sleep. There's no in the middle.
Okay.
And I'm constantly go, 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 always thinking, always working on something, and then boom, gone. So sweets as a kid is a lot, right? So that kind of makes sense. My mom didn't know that, but she did the right thing about it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So sometimes it works, but this isn't for all parents,
Yeah,
right?
that's interesting though. Yeah.
What about yourself? Like, how, or do you even focus on fitness and health yourself?
Yes. So my approach to fitness and health started with mental health. I've always been active. I've always liked to try different sports. I did badminton throughout college. I did swimming before getting married. I was into swimming, and I still love swimming. But then after having kids, mental health was my approach. I always remind myself that if I go for this 1 hour of this like class at the gym, I will feel better after that 1 hour, and it gives me that push to leave everything and go. And so I'm big on mental health, and I'm big on just doing things for me. And so for fitness and meals, I feel like I have a healthy diet. I love the way I eat. I use the same approach with my kids, with myself as well. I don't stop myself from eating something that I like, but I do it in moderation. I balance my food and my also activity. When the kids are in school, my followers know that I'm a big fan of Pilates.
Yeah.
And I've gone into advanced classes. I love it. It's something different, and it gives me the time for me, and it gives me the workout that I need for the day. Now at summer break, because I'm trying to just do anything that I can throughout the house. I have my own kit, like gym kit, and I try to be active because I'm doing it for me. It gives me the energy to keep up with the kids throughout the day, and it keeps my mental health in check.
No, I agree, and I think people that struggle mentally with anything, like
Yes.
being stressed, depressed, whatever, right? Just doing something active
Yes.
releases so much. And even if, like, everyone wants to look good, right? Everyone wants to look good and feel good in themselves, right?
Yes.
But even if you don't do it to look good in clothes, do it just to release and feel good. And honestly, I don't think I could ever not work out.
Yeah.
I stress out when I'm on vacation if I don't work out. So very different, but I do think that it is incredibly good for mental health to get to let that go. And is there any advice you'd give to mums that probably feel like they can't work out, or they just don't feel like they have the time because they're so busy with the kids?
Yes. Yeah. As I said, is that it's that time for you. And if as I'm talking this directly to moms, is if you feel like you have this mental load that you need to release, you'll feel so much better when you take that hour and go to the gym. Just doing this for you will also give you the energy to keep up with the kids for the rest of the day. There are gyms that offer childcare.
Oh, is there?
Throughout. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's what I love. That's why there's so many gyms that are opening up now. My friends are telling me about. They either have childcare where the kids are just playing, or they have classes for the kids to do swimming, karate, and other stuff, while the mom is on the other side of the gym doing her own thing.
That's so
And
cool.
so I feel like it's just exploring options like that is great, because you have to put yourself first. If you're not doing it for yourself now, you have to do it for yourself when you're 50, when you're 60, for the kids. And so just remembering that, when you give yourself that time, it's going to be good for you, for your mental health, and for the kids.
Man, I love that. And I think it's so true.
Yes.
Long term, it's important. And this is one thing I want mums to realize, is that, you know this, kids don't do as they say, they do as you do. So if they see you're active, they see you're being healthy, they see you're eating good, they will do the same, just out of wanting to. right? Like, same thing. My parents ate salads a lot, ate healthy a lot.
Yes.
And I just, well, you're forced to. But like, and I see my dad going to the gym when I was younger. I saw my mum moving a lot and doing a lot of work. And it's like, it puts it on you.
Yeah.
So if your kids see you exercising at the house,
Definitely.
they see you go to the gym, they see you do some things, and they say, oh, where are you going? I'm going to the gym. It's in their mind that this is important.
Definitely.
And if they see you're healthy, they're going to realize that as they're older, that you took care of yourself.
Yes.
So you're,
Exactly.
we did say it's off air, right? You know, you are, as a mum and a dad, you are a superhero to your kids up until a certain point.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it stops, but you will always, and this is the way I like to say it, is you will always be a superhero to them if you can show them the right things.
That's true.
If you can teach them health, wellness, fitness, and teach them life and treat them as an adult. When they hit 13, they're going to hate you anyway. But and when they're 18, 19, 20, they're going to thank you for those times again because you taught them. And I think that's why I think fitness is important for mums. And one advice I would give as well to mums out there, I give this advice to a friend of mine. She's like, I've got 2 kids. One's 2, one's 5 months old. And I said, okay, you can't go to the gym. But what if you woke up 30 minutes earlier before the kids? What time do they wake up? Oh, the youngest one is like 6:30. I was like, can you get up at 6? Yes. Cool. Just tell your husband to take care of the kids for the first 20, 30 minutes.
Yes.
Go put a video on and follow it.
Yes.
And I think just starting there, your day is going to feel so much better.
Yes. And you get addicted to that feeling, the after feeling. And I think that's what keeps you going and, be consistent with being active.
For sure, right? And I think once you get that momentum of just being active, you then want to eat healthier.
Yes.
Then you want to eat.
Yes.
And is there any advice you'd give to mums to teach their kids to eat healthier as well? Because you've done a good job of that.
Yeah.
Is that, you said you pre-planned everything, but what if there is kids out there, right? I don't want to eat vegetables. I want to eat junk food, all these things all the time, right? And it's not judging anyone and how they raise their kids, but it can be tough.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you'd give mums to be to really help them with their kids to be healthier as well?
Yeah. So as I feel like we've talked, you said great things, is that showing them how to do it, just doing it for yourself, for them to follow you. And then also, as I said, as introducing things little by little, just asking them to take small bites, and introducing new things to them all of the time. Don't be afraid if your child is picky. Don't be afraid to give them different things. And then when we're talking about fruits and vegetables, for example, kids always like to have fun with food and they don't like to be told what to do or how to do it. I remember so many times if, my kid doesn't like carrots, I'll cut up carrots in star shapes. And I'll give him different dips to try it with, like yogurt or ranch or just like anything healthy other than just the carrot by itself. And we're dipping it. The carrot is going for a swim or the star is going for a swim. Let's try it. Let's take one small bite. And it's a game. And you're doing it with them. And they feel like, they change their perspective about that food that they don't like. With broccoli, for example, I'm introducing broccoli on its own, they didn't like it. But I introduced it with noodles, and they did, because I love noodles. And so just combining things in a different way just helps kids so much. And then last thing is involving them in the kitchen with you. I've done so much content where just the mess is 10 times bigger when you're involving them in the kitchen, but just it teaches them so much about the ingredients and the food, and they're not afraid to try it. My kids didn't like carrot cake or the healthy carrot cake that I used to make until they started making it with me, because they made it and they had fun making it, and they saw it being baked in the oven, and we made muffins with it, and we had fun. And so they associated good feelings with that food, and they started to love it. So just involving them and trying new things with them is really important.
I love that. Get them to cook it and they'll definitely eat it because they'll be proud of what they cooked.
It's because they made it, yeah.
Even if it's,
and
healthy.
They'll think that, because I spent quality time with my mom making this. And so it's a good feeling for them, and they will end up eating it. And don't give up from one time. Try 7 times. Try my rule. The kids will eat it.
No, that's true. And I think it's, we're talking about kids when they're a little bit older, right? You can't do this with a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, right?
Well,
or maybe, but it's a lot harder.
It depends. Just adjust the recipe.
Like 5 months old and, and one thing as well, I think, is one of the hardest things for mums is when you've just had a baby, you couple of months postpartum. And you want to get back to being in your old body again.
Yeah.
Like, is there any advice you'd give for that? Because I think mentally that's really hard.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I went through that with my first pregnancy. I felt like, and I don't know, maybe it was just cultural pressure or it was my own thing, just putting pressure on myself, is that, I'm going to give birth. 2 or 3 weeks later, everything's going to go back to normal. I'm going to go slip into my jeans. I'm going to go, wear my old clothes. I'm going to look the same. And it was a shock that everything was different. Life was different. I was different. And so with my second pregnancy, I knew what I was expecting. I knew how it was going to be. And I changed my perspective. I adjusted and I accepted the new norm. I'm proud of my body for being pregnant and for having 2 healthy babies. And so it is now for me, the time for me to accept the body as it is. I don't want to go back to the same body because I appreciate the body that went through pregnancy and birth. So I should make that body strong in its own way now. I'm not going to do the same CrossFit, no offense to anyone who likes CrossFit. I'm not going to be jumping up and down in the gym anymore. I'm going to change my workout routine. I'm going to try new things that make me strong because I have different needs now. I need to be strong, I need to be active, and I need to have energy. So I have to be active and I have to find new things that work for my new body and the new norm. And new doesn't have to be bad. New can be very, very fun and exciting.
Yeah.
So, just accept that.
I think that's the hardest thing. Though.
Yes.
The hardest thing is to accept. And I see this with a lot of women that go from their old bodies, their quote. I'm going to give a great example, I know it's a little bit different culturally. Now everything's changing, but normally most men and women, this is every example, they want to look the best on their wedding day.
Yeah.
They want to go on their honeymoon, look good, feel good. And that period of the honeymoon period for the next 6 months, they look good, feel good, whatever. And then when they start having kids, women go for this phase of, I'm not looking the same, feeling the same, after putting all that effort in to be, quote, the best version of themselves. Mm. But that best version of yourselves is always changing. That best version of yourself is not just at one point in your life. Yes. It's every moment. Now you're the best version of yourself, and now you're a mother.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
And you can always, don't think about it as going back to who you want to be. I think about it as going forward to being a better version of yourself in another way.
Exactly.
And I think the more women can realize that, the better. Yeah. Because just move, do something you enjoy, and realize that you're not going to be the old version of yourself.
Yes.
You're going to be an even better new version.
And a better version, exactly.
And like you said, maybe you're not going to be doing all the crazy jumps, flips, circles,
if you want,
if you want,
they can. Definitely they can. I'm not saying they cannot. But for me, that was my experience, is that I changed the way that I define being active or my workout routines to something that fits me better, something that I like now. I like even more.
Yeah.
And so just as you said, you can be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
And you will be. But it just go through that postpartum period, push through, and everything will be okay.
The best way I could describe it is like my hair, right? I'm going through like a terrible phase of my hair. That's why it's not camera. And I look terrible. And you've got to accept that better's coming. Definitely. But you need to push past it,
Exactly. Yeah, it gets easier.
I'm acting like I know what it's like. That's the best example I can give because I have no clue and I never will have a clue what it's like.
I love the analogy.
But it's nowhere near the same. Nowhere near the same. But it is so hard for men to realize that. And I think as a dad, you have it pretty good. Yes and no. Like I know it's still hard as a dad, but
it depends. Yeah.
It's still in comparison, right? Yeah. Like, but I do think as well, there's a good friend of mine who I'm going to get on the podcast. he did speak about how he went through a lot of mental stress and went for a lot of a hard mental time when he had a baby, even though his wife was going through a lot more.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Big change.
yeah, it's a big change. There's a lot of pressure, right?
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's easy, but our bodies don't change. So that's the point I was getting at, you know? And I think you give great advice to women and mums out there.
I try.
And I think even if you don't speak Arabic, if you know, there's little captions that I realize on Instagram that has it in English, which is what I liked. And what are some things for you moving forward in the next, say, I don't know, 2-3 years? What are the goals for you with social media as a mum, balance? What are your goals with everything?
It's a good question. For me now, for the next 2-3 years, I would love to see myself growing on social media. I would love to see myself doing the same thing on a bigger scale. And then we all know that social media can be short term, or not short term, but it's not definitive. It's you don't know what's going to happen next year with TikTok or Instagram or anything. So you don't know. So you have to find something stable enough for you. And so social media has opened so many diverse pathways for me that I'm, tipping into, and it has introduced me to so many people. And so I would like to combine my background in IT and what I'm doing on social media and start something long term, something outside of social media to help moms as well.
That's very interesting.
So yeah, it is. The idea is still cooking, and but I'm trying to find the time with the house and with the family. I appreciate social media so much for giving me the flexibility and the time to continue working with the kids and being around them and raising them. I've always dreamt of being an involved mom and being a stay-at-home mom, and so I can't wait to see where it takes us and how the kids are. My content will be different because my kids are going to be older, and so I'm excited to also relate to a different audience. Bigger kids. So that's all. That's all for me now.
No, I love it. And I think your audience actually won't change because the audience that follows you
growing
now,
with
they're
me.
growing with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to have the same moms, the same people growing with you,
Yeah.
just a bigger audience, right? And I think that's amazing. And do you ever give yourself like goals? I'm going to hit 600K. I want to hit 1 million. Do you ever give yourself those targets, numbers, or is it more about just connecting and being relatable?
Yeah, I don't feel like I do. When I tried to do so, I focused on the numbers and not on the creativity. And that's the thing about me. I can't do both.
Yeah.
You should. If you can do both, then you'll do great on social media. For me, is just making better quality content, just always researching how I can be better, how I can film better, how I can deliver better, or how I can act the way that I do, how I can deliver the messages in a nicer way. I'm just trying to improve my social media and connect.
Yeah.
And then the numbers will
Yeah,
come as they do.
And as this time grows, how can you be the best mother possible at the same time?
But prioritizing. It's hard sometimes, but day by day, just your priorities. If I'm busy for a day and the kids need me, then I'm gonna set expectations to work and social media. I always prioritize my kids no matter what. If it's anything, whatever they need, they will come first. I'm doing everything for them. This is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my kids. And so just prioritizing them, and then giving the time for myself, and then social media, of course, and work.
Yeah, I love that. And there's one question that I completely forgot to ask, and I loved it because it's related to the culture about health, right? In the culture, especially, food is love.
Yes.
And people give food as love.
Yeah.
And normally the traditional food could be a bit fatty or a bit carby.
Yes.
But how can mothers, whether they've got younger kids or they've got, their sons are like 30, but they still like to cook for the whole family, like their grandmothers, how can they cook and give love in terms of food, but keep it healthy?
I feel like when it comes from grandmothers and mothers, they will understand that generation is different now. Everyone is health aware. Everyone is counting their calories and their macros, and they know exactly what they want to eat. And so I feel like just eating in moderation, and then combining fruit and nutrients into your food. So if my grandmother makes this fatty food that I love and I miss, and I don't know if ever I'm gonna have it again, I should eat it, but I also should combine some sort of salad, some fruit, some vegetable into the plate and not just focus on it. So balancing and eating in moderation. But from the mom's perspective, um, I feel like just combining healthier ingredients into the food is great. For me, I'm a great cook. I don't know if don't listen to my husband, whatever he says. But something that I started doing is replacing white flour with whole grain flour for anything that I bake with the kids. I replaced sugar with maple syrup or coconut sugar. Still sugar, but it's not white, and it has better nutrients, or it's better for the body. And so I'm just making these small switches of ingredients that make things healthier at the end. That's something that I've been trying to do, and I'm doing it very gradually so that my kids don't notice. And so that for my generation, but for the older moms and the older generation, I don't think that can change, because that's how they, as you said, that's how they show love, and that's how they learn their recipes passed down from generations. I'm not sure they can change, but just understanding that you should combine healthier ingredients with the food. I think it's good.
I agree, and I think there's some things that my nan makes that I will never say no to.
Definitely, yeah.
And it's not the best, but in terms of health, but I'll never say no.
Yes.
But like you said, it's portion control if you can't do it, right? So you got to take that responsibility yourself. And there's many of my clients that Jumma lunch is a huge part of their life. And some things that I say to them is, look, you can't say no to your wife, your aunt, your grandma, right?
Grandmother, yes.
You can't. But you can portion control.
Definitely.
Focus on the protein, focus on the veg, focus on the fruit, and try and take a little bit of the carbs. Because the way it's cooked is going to be in oils or whatever. But if you just portion control it, at least you're doing the best possible option. But you need to be able to say no.
Yes.
That's actually the real issue, is most people can't say no to going for seconds.
Yeah. Or they can't say no to their grandmother or their great uncles, or when it comes to the sweets, for example, and the sugar, the things that come after lunch.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yes.
But I think you're doing a great job in terms of addressing these, not just health, but also the mum life and the jokes around it. And it's honestly amazing. I would probably watch your content a lot more if I had kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't relate to half of the jokes because I'm like, I don't have kids.
The actually how many?
But mums and dads could relate to it massively. And I think it is very entertaining, but also very relatable as well. And I think that's why your audience is so loyal. And I think it's amazing.
I love them so much.
Yeah, honestly, it's so good. And what we do at the end of the podcast is always do quick fire questions.
Yeah.
They're never quick fire, but we're going to try our best.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. Right. My handwriting is really bad, by the way.
You can't even read your own.
No, it's really bad. This is why I don't send pictures of it. What is the first thing you do when your kids go to sleep?
Scroll on social media.
That is one relatable. What is one thing you can't live without?
Other than my kids and my husband, and it's a thing.
An object.
Oh, my phone.
Not your phone. I'm going to make it even harder.
I don't know. I'm so basic. One thing that I cannot live without.
There's nothing else but your phone.
Coffee.
Okay, that's fine. What is one gift a husband can give his wife? Like one...
Gold.
I like the honesty. What is one habit in your life that you live by? Or one habit that you literally have in your lifestyle or your routine that you have to do, and it makes such a difference to your day?
Yes. In life or throughout day to day?
Day to day.
day to day, to be agility.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. What is a funny moment that you have posted online
A funny moment that I posted
that
online.
you can remember right now?
Right now, yes, there was a video that I posted a few months back. I was in Rome with my mom and my sisters, and it was this really organic. Just I took my phone and I filmed it. I was in a cab or a taxi car, and the guy was Italian, and he knew that I'm from Saudi Arabia, and he was trying to explain to me that there is this player in Hilal that I have nothing and I don't know the first thing about soccer. He was trying to explain everything to me in Italian, and all I can understand is just one word. He's just saying the player's name. And I was just nodding and nodding, and he went on, and I was replying to him in Arabic, and he was speaking to me in Italian, as if we understood each other, but I had no idea what he was saying. And it went on for 35 minutes until we reached the hotel room. I said, yes, 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 in Arabic, yeah, yes. And he was going on and on and on. It was so funny. I posted it, and everyone liked it. Yes, that's the first thing that I can remember.
I think that's so funny. Like when
It was hilarious.
different languages, you're like trying to relate, but you have nothing as well.
No, I don't understand what you're saying, but he was saying, but he kept on and on. He kept going and talking. It was so.
He just wanted to chat. He just wanted to
I
chat.
think so.
If you could teleport anywhere in the world right now with you, your husband, and your kids, where would you go?
I would go to Hawaii.
Ooh, have you ever been?
Yes.
Oh, damn. So you want to go back for sure?
Yes, I want to take my kids. I went when my son was a baby.
Oh, okay.
I want to go out.
I've never been. I want to go.
It's surreal.
Honestly, I think that's great. And I do need to go for sure. And
honeymoon ideas, maybe.
Don't. It's an idea.
Reem.
Reem is not a fan of the US area, so I've got.
Okay, I got to give her some ideas then.
Yeah, definitely. Make them okay, please. Okay. And what is one of your favorite memories as a mum with your kids and your husband? There's probably many, but if you could think of like one or
first
two.
One, it's always the first day when I give birth. The first 24 hours with a newborn, when the medical staff is out, your husband is sleeping, my husband is sleeping on the couch, and it's just me and the baby, and I like holding the baby, just thinking like, are you real? How are you real? How are you mine? How did you get here? And it's just the first 24 hours. It's so peaceful, and I always cherish that with both of my kids.
Oh, I love
so
that.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm looking forward to as a dad, just holding your kid for the first time. I think
definitely.
I don't know it, but you hear it. There's no other feeling like
no other feeling. Yeah.
I have a cat.
Definitely it's the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I love this joke when people who don't have kids.
Yeah.
So I have a cat or I have a dog. I'm like, yeah.
I know it's completely different.
Definitely.
I have a fur baby and it's not the same.
I have a cat too.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
But Yasmeen, honestly, it's been amazing to have you on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're going to have all your socials on the captions. Honestly, it's been amazing to get to know you, your story, and generally helping moms out there. Thank you very much. This is episode 10.
It's been great. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.